My name is Faith Wanshi. I'm the Executive Director of the Center for Transparency Advocacy. The Center for Transparency Advocacy is a non-governmental organization, majorly a service delivery organization that looks at government institutions and other services and their mandates, ensuring that this mandate is translated for the benefit of Nigerians.
My name's Mr. Lazarus Nuhu Nyaholo. I am the Secretary of Gariki Traditional Council. The original inhabitants have become stateless because they no longer belong to the former state which they were related to. And FCT as it is not a state. And we can see that the laws of Nigeria says you must belong to at least a state of the federation to be a citizens of Nigeria. So by implication, the people of the Federal Capital Territory who are original inhabitants are stateless, and by implication, they are not citizens of Nigeria. But yet, there are people that live in the center of Nigeria.
Last year, we were selected as one of the 10 grantees working with CHRICED on the promotion of the rights of the indigenous people of the FCT. And the approach we have used in doing this is the major strategy that we use in doing this is by telling the stories of the original inhabitants by themselves using the Theatre for Development approach. And also looking at preservation of culture using the community development agreements as a tool.
Now, because of development, before the creation of the FCT, the people of them live on their spring water, their streams, which are very, very good for their domestic and human consumption. But with the construction going around the Federal Capital Territory, you could see that most of these streams, many are completely covered, and those that still even existed are being polluted, that they are no longer good for human consumption, even some other domestic uses, and no provision has been made to replace those things.
So we felt that the community development agreement will be a very strong tool for the indigenous people of the FCT to help in promoting their culture, preservation of their culture. Because the community development agreements are agreements that is signed between communities and companies that either come to do mining or quarrying. If you go around Abuja, you see that a lot of sacred sites of the original inhabitants have been desecrated. Some are no longer even in existence because you have companies who are coming in for development, who are blasting rocks and these sacred sites without consideration to the impact of the people, of the culture of the people.
The original inhabitants of FCT, who belongs to none of these 36 states of the Federation, has no representation in the Federal Executive Council, which means whatever decision is being taken about Nigerians, they are not part of it.
So because of the project, we were able to get the community development agreements from the communities, and found out that some of those community development agreements are due for a review. It's a 5-year term, and we found also that some of those things that were captured, nothing is talking about preservation of culture, nothing is talking about promoting the culture of the original inhabitants. So we started actually by carrying out a baseline survey and doing a scoping study on the impact of mining on the culture of the original inhabitants.
I want to start to say that we are very grateful to CTA through CHRICED, which is being empowered by MacArthur Foundation, and CTS has come in to enlighten our people on some of their rights as citizens of Nigeria. They have become a voice for the people, the original inhabitants of FCT, whereby CTA has been advocating and talking about the marginalization of the original inhabitants of FCT in various areas, be it in mining, land acquisition, constitutional provision, women, children, and what you can think of.
And title of my poem is The Hopes of Our Fathers. The hopes of our fathers. The hopes of our fathers were indeed lands, the pride of our mothers planted in this soil. How can we let it go? A bright and bubbly land filled with the rich grains of millets, the joyful dance of the Pandoko masquerade, the dangling waist of beautiful maidens, the voices of children running in and out under the moonlight. Our culture, our rhythm. Now a new rhythm is being heard, that of the screeching sounds of bulldozers. Traditions now buried in an abode torn from the past. The serenities of our holy ground interrupted by the loud cries of our people. Who do we turn to? A community, a culture no more, an identity nowhere to be found. In the phantom of darkness and mixed languages, who are we? Natives of this land or slaves of this soil? Land once ours now belongs to a system painted with the blood of our fathers and built with the bones of our mothers. Those wearing the hopes of our fathers. Our culture, our voices in governance, our beauty radiating, our soil producing, our identity. Those were the hopes of our fathers.